Hello,
What's your name?
my name is David Park.
What do you think it means to rest in God's goodness?
For me, I feel like resting in God's goodness really depends on how you live your everyday life. Like, for example, like, are you trusting in God? Do you have any doubts in your life? And do you truly think about God first when it comes to the tough times? Like, for example, I'm a senior in high school right now, and a lot of people, they would be like pretty stressed, but for me, I feel like because I'm in Chu Yang Church and I have such a good community, and I'm able to rest in God's goodness, and I'm able to trust that God has my back and is watching over me.
My name is Brandon.
So, Brandon, uh, what practices or habits help you trust in God's goodness, even during difficult times?
So some practices or some things I do in my daily life that I like um, when it's kind of hard to like keep up with a good spiritual relationship with God is praying, and I think that helps like the most because when I'm in a like a kind of a situation where I can't really provide myself with like the right options and the right answers, I look to God and I look to um, like His answers and His support for me to be able to keep up with my life. And I can also go to my peers who are in the church and look towards them for like support, obviously, and some more answers. um but I think it's also good to pray, meditate, just always look to God when you're in like a tough situation.
And what's your name?
Tingy.
Okay. What keeps you from resting in God's goodness?
Some things that keep me from resting in God's goodness is my pride and my ability to not trust in God fully. For me, trusting in God can be kind of hard sometimes because I still feel like I can be the master of my own life. But like as you live, you realize you can't, and as you become more involved in church, you see that God is really the master of your life, and pride can like be a big factor in that. If you have a lot of pride, then that means you think you can do everything, but you really can't. So pride, I feel like, is the biggest obstacle for me and other people to fully rest in God.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hello.
Hi,
What's your name?
Sam.
So, Sam, how do you personally experience God's goodness in your daily life?
I experience God's goodness um, because I wake up to a Christian household, and not many people get that blessing. And I have brothers and sisters in church to kind of watch me and guide me and help me in my faith. I also have friends that are Christian, which is I think is a blessing because they also guide me too, and I also help them too. So I think that's all a blessing.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Julia Unbi.
What does God's rest or rest in God's goodness mean to you?
Resting in God's goodness means rekindling of my faith. When I feel like I have fallen, to get back up, holding God's hand.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Hello. What's your name?
I'm Joseph.
What do you think it means to rest in God's goodness?
I think that it means to truly trust in God and trust that He'll take care of things for you, and you can become content and happy and live in the world that He created for us, and trust that He'll clear a path for us. And even when there's struggles, He's looking after us, so we'll never truly be alone in the struggles that we face. And so we'll be able to live in His goodness and grace and be able to live a moral and happy life in which we'll thrive.
Thank you.
In the beginning of this year, I felt on fire for God. But as retreat came closer and closer, things became unexpected. Everybody was suffering from the flu. News of church members discovering illnesses and stress from school and work. On top of that, I was not getting any sleep, constantly waking up throughout the night, completely exhausted. I didn't know what was wrong. Instead of turning to God for peace and renewal, I was seeking comfort in worldly things, temporary distractions that could never truly sustain me. I was not looking for God's goodness. I had forgotten to put my trust in Him alone. But now, I see that God allowed me to go through this season for a reason. He wanted to open my eyes before this retreat, to teach me what true rest really is. It's about relying on His strength rather than my own. True rest is about seeking Him first. I believe God is calling all of us at this moment to stop striving in our own power and start resting in His goodness. To trust that He is enough.
Will you rest in God's goodness?
I'm gonna read the Bible. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna go to 2045 retreat.
All right, thank you.